Char, what up?
What's going on, Ray?
It's a nice Tuesday morning.
Great Tuesday
About
morning.
to hit a pod.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just get right into it. Let's
get into
update everybody on the March Madness and our brackets.
How's your bracket doing? Riley's in third, guys.
This year, not great. I was living off last year's high. I think I was in like second out of like 5 of us. And I was hyped. This year, I'm dead last.
Looks like he's getting waxed.
Yeah, I'm behind 5 points, but that's a lot.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the loser gets their front side waxed. So
yeah, whoever loses is getting their chest waxed. So that'll be fun, as some might say. So
definitely gonna film that.
yeah, that'll be filmed for sure. Yeah, Char, what are your thoughts on March Madness so far?
Dude, there's been so many upsets. It's crazy. Just so many like teams I never thought would make it to like the Sweet 16, and it's like there's no perfect brackets anymore. So
which is crazy because usually there's a few.
At least by Sweet 16, yeah. And it's like, I was kind of like, I don't know, this year I kind of just, like Blake was like, Charlie, fill out your bracket, and I kind of just filled it out real quick, but it's doing decent,
No, it's holding up.
Yeah, it's holding up, and I have Texas going all the way, so.
Yeah. I really don't want to talk about
Riley had Baylor going all the way. What?
That's what I get for not paying attention to the season before March Madness starts. So
yeah,
I totally just go off of luck because honestly, I feel like it's just as good of a chance.
Yeah, I had Arizona in the top 4 too. So Big 4.
Did they get beat?
Yep.
That's right.
They're not going to be in the Big 4.
Yeah, there's some upsets
for sure
this last week. That was like,
I know,
oh
it sucks.
Shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, my bracket's fucked. I don't know what to do.
Your bracket's fucked.
Oh yeah.
My bracket's fucked.
Should we let's give them our standings and like points and stuff.
I'm at 33. You're at 38, and Blake's at 43.
Okay. Yeah, Blake's destroying.
I just checked. I'm not like memorizing it. But.
Yeah. I wonder when it says max, what do you think that means? Like the max.
What do you mean?
There's points, and then it's max, and then it's correct. It's like I have 38 points, 31 correct. And then the max is 122.
I have no idea.
Might need to look into that, but yeah.
God, my bracket, dude.
Yeah, Arizona's not in it.
So bad.
I had them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember watching that game. I was like, yes. Yeah. But 2 of your Final 4 didn't make it. I still have. Oh wait, 2 of mine didn't make it either.
Yeah, I have UConn and Texas now.
Yeah, Duke got fucking beat too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, bro.
Duke's always been a solid team every year.
I'm like, come on, dog.
I know. It's like, what's going on?
And then let's see, Blake's Purdue got beat too.
But yeah, I had Purdue in top 4.
I was like,
Big 4.
Shit.
4.
I did not see that coming. Who does Blake have? Houston? Going all the way? I guess we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, we'll see.
It's been a crazy March Madness season thus far.
It has been.
But
March Madness is fun, though.
Well, yeah, it's very fun.
Yeah.
Especially when we get some content of me getting a wax.
Oh, that's going to be great. He's got a hairy chest, too.
It's not that bad.
I mean, it's just not as hairy as Charlie over here, but... yeah.
This guy. Yeah, so let's just talk about maybe Bitcoin for a second.
Okay.
How educated are you on Bitcoin?
I know that if you were to invest in Bitcoin a long time ago, it would be worth a lot today.
You would be rich today.
Yeah, you would be rich. I'm not super big on crypto. I've done some research on it, but I think cryptocurrency is really interesting. Like the whole like MetaMask wallet thing or whatever. And like I don't know how everything works. It's just like
it's
crazy
a lot
to me.
Well, you'll learn a lot of econ.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just letting it out.
Okay, yeah. I guess we can just tell them now.
Well, if people listen to the podcast, that's fine. But people, we haven't told the vlog yet. We're going to VCon.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of interesting because Bitcoin's just a digital currency that, as long as you store your keys off of an exchange, like you have that key no matter what. So in a sense, it's like you can't ever lose that because you have the line of code of the Bitcoin that you own.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So it's kind of interesting. Unlike the banks right now, you don't have to just have like the line of code of the cash that you have in the bank.
Yeah.
I'm not incredibly I know my fair share about Bitcoin, but I'm not like going to go teach people about it because like I don't know a ton about it.
Yeah.
But I know enough to where it's like I have a ledger. I have all of my crypto stored, off exchange, so it's secured if exchange goes to shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I also heard that this last week, Bitcoin increased by 14%.
Yeah, it was up like 15%.
Yeah.
I think year to date though, it's up 50% since
That is
January
crazy.
1st. That might not be correct, but I think it says something like that. And then, but yeah, the last week it's been up 15%. I think it's touching 28,000 right now, which is crazy.
That is insane.
I think a lot of people look at Bitcoin in the wrong way also though, because a lot of people look at Bitcoin as an investment. And yes, while it is an investment, in my opinion, it's like you're investing into the future currency. So regardless if you see a return on that or not, you're just collecting future currency. So it's like, if the US dollar was not used, but it was like, all right, buy the dollars. So then when it's used, you have a stockpile of dollars to use in a sense.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
What would you say you see more potential in investing in crypto right now or investing in like stocks and things like that?
I think to each their own.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think you can, it's just different goals.
Yeah.
I think. Because like I said, with Bitcoin, you're investing in a future currency.
Yeah.
Stocks, you're investing to make money.
Yeah.
Like solely.
Gotcha.
And it's for the long term. Yeah, I think a mix of both is great.
Okay.
Because it's like you invest in stocks, that gets you a long term return on your money.
Mm-hmm.
If you invest in the S&P, it's an average of 8% a year over the course of 10, 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin is like, all right, you're also investing in that, which will benefit you in the future because you're going to have access to the digital currency that we all might use one day.
Yeah.
Which I think it's definitely feasible now with like what the banks are doing.
And everything that's going on.
100%.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy to see.
Yeah, so do you think people should take advantage of that right now, or what do you think?
I don't think you got to go pour your whole life savings into Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you need to diversify for sure.
I just wish I could have traveled back in time and bought Bitcoin when it was just starting out.
And a lot of the times, though, the problem is like you can't liquidate your whole thing at once.
Yeah.
It's like there's just not.
Yeah.
People got to be selling it for you to buy it.
Gotcha.
Or people got to be buying it for you to be able to sell it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So,
that makes sense.
But yeah, no, I agree. I know like someone bought like a Domino's pizza with like 10 Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is like 15 years ago, and now it's worth a little bit less. But when it was at its peak, I was like, all right, well, $600,000 pizza.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I know. That's funny. That reminds me because like some of the YouTubers will do pranks and they'll go in and be like, "Yo, can I buy this in Bitcoin?" And I just think it's the funniest thing
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Now it's like even banks are looking at Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But also, I was talking to Blake about something, and so how the Fed is going to like insure these banks, it'll insure the banks and the depositors' money unless it was in crypto. So that's one way that the banks are like trying to make crypto like go away.
Yeah.
Is they're not insuring any crypto, strictly just US dollar cash assets.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And like, backed securities like bonds and stuff. But like anything besides that, they're like, we're not insuring that, and it's just lost.
Yeah.
Because the banks are just like fighting Bitcoin. Because like the banks don't want Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
But I think some of them are like Chase is trying. No, not Chase. Chase actually, CEO of JP Morgan, I think he hates Bitcoin.
Really?
But there's some banks out there that are trying to incorporate it in like payment transactions, like credit card type things.
It's like I'm gonna pay my rent in Bitcoin, next month.
Because dude, like when you like pay your rent via your bank account, like that money doesn't leave for 3 days.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, it's instant.
Yeah.
So like it's so fascinating to me because
faster transactions.
Yeah, because like I'm like, I transfer all this stuff and I'm like, how much money do I actually have? I've lost track. Like I need to wait 5 more days to see what's going in and what's coming out. And it's just like,
and you use your credit card for like, travel points and stuff. And you're like, how much money is going to be taken out? Because I'm just always using it. So it's like, how much money do I actually have?
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I think it's interesting too, because seeing all these banks collapse and things like that, it's like, as I get older, I start to see why it's more important to like diversify my investments instead of just leaving my money in the bank,
Yeah. I mean, money in the bank never did anyone any good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for it because like
I definitely,
really care.
Yeah, I definitely like seeing money in there as sort of just like feeling more secure though. But, you know, getting to a point where you're like, okay, I can feel comfortable with this amount, but still invest each
100%.
amount every month, you know?
Yeah, because like the stock market's pretty liquid. Like if you sell something in your portfolio, you can have that in your bank account the next day.
Yeah.
So it's pretty liquid, but like I said, you know, unless you get to the point where you're buying hundreds of thousands of shares, then, you know, liquidating that will be more tough. But if you're liquidating less than 10,000 shares, I mean, especially in big stocks like SPY and stuff like that, you're going to be fine. Liquidate it, sell it, you know, depending on how long ago you bought it, you'll have to pay the capital gains taxes on it, which aren't accounted for right there. So you got to save away for the end of the year. But, yeah, I mean, the best bank account besides a bank account is the S&P. Like, just throw as much money as you can in there.
Well, I mean, I think that's good that you have, you know, they've seen 8% over every year. That's
that's just from the history of the stock market.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's a lot more than you're getting in your bank account.
Yeah. 100%. Let me ask you this. Would you ever go back into day trading?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to find the passion for it again.
Yeah. You think you could do it though? Like you could go in and make some good money with it?
If I really focused on it and that was all I did, I think so, 100%.
Really?
But I was always doing hands media. I was always doing video. It was just, it was never focusing on one thing.
Yeah. Dude, I think there's so many like technical aspects to it where I would just get so confused.
Well, it would take years.
Yeah.
Like at least 2 years to like seriously understand everything. And this is doing it every day for 2 years. Yeah. To seriously understand it, to kind of get a grip of like what you're doing. And also though, it's just so unpredictable. Like it's very tough, but all the day traders I follow are like, it was hell, but it's so worth it.
Honestly, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like it would be so beneficial to have like a mentor to watch to see how they do it instead of like, I feel like there is an aspect of it where it's good. You need to do your research and be knowledgeable about it, but also like throw yourself in there and see what works and like what you fail at, and then see like what your mentor can teach you. Cause like my roommate is, you know, Logan, he's getting into he's like trying to get into day trading and stuff. And he bought this like 500-page book and it's just full of different charts and stuff. I'm like, yeah, if that was me, like I can't memorize each and every one of those things, you know?
So mentorship in trading is so important.
Yeah.
Especially like face to face. Like I have a mentor that lives here that like I know that's very successful with it. And I'm like, if I ever wanted to hit the throttle full gas, like I would hang out with him all the time.
Yeah.
You know, because like that's just what it takes. Doing your due diligence and research is also important. But one thing that when I was trading, it was just constantly like my Instagram feed was like just day trading.
Yeah.
Like, it was just constantly everywhere I looked, it was day trading.
Yeah.
I think I've just lost some of that passion. But like I said, if I ever did, it would have to be the only thing I do, and I'd have to love it a lot because you're always doing it.
Yeah, speaking of passion, what are we both passionate about? YouTube.
YouTube TV just raised their subscription price from $64 to $72.
For the first time
$64.99,
in 3 years.
$72.99. Yeah.
Why do you think they did that?
Well, they said because their content costs are going up. You know, maybe that's just they're putting on a show so they can jack up prices or
make
whatnot.
More money.
But yeah, aside from YouTube's streaming service raising their prices, which every other streaming service has raised their price in the last year or two.
Yeah. So we're not bashing on YouTube.
Hulu, Netflix, all that.
Yeah.
And I love YouTube TV. I'm a user of it. I literally watch everything that I want to.
Because you're a monthly subscriber, right? Like you.
Correct. Well, my dad is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Same.
But yeah, I love YouTube TV, and it does everything that I needed to. But aside from the YouTube streaming service, YouTube itself just is such a great platform. Like it's been around since 2005, and it's almost 20 years old, and it's been prominent since day one. Like there's never been a platform that's competed with YouTube, which, in my opinion, for some things is not good, but for YouTube, I love it because they don't need a competitor. And when I say that, I mean they pay their creators good. They have great benefits. like with being a YouTube creator that's getting monetized, because the reason that like TikTok and Facebook like compete is because like the creators want more. And so TikTok's like, all right, I'll pay you more. And then Facebook comes down like, I'll pay you way more. And then so the creators are drawn to that platform and they're getting more ad revenue. Facebook's making more money because all these creators are going to Facebook and posting more content. You know, it's just kind of that cycle. But YouTube's always like paid really well. And I don't think anyone's ever felt the need to compete with YouTube.
Yeah.
And creators have never wanted to look somewhere else to be a creator on a platform like YouTube, because YouTube's long form too.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I really like about YouTube is that, yes, I love short form content. Obviously, like we started Quickbites as like a short form like clip agency.
Yeah.
Which is great. But I also think that long form is so important as well. It's just way different goals.
Yeah.
Like, what am I trying to say?
We're also almost about to hit 400 subs, so.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I think what I love about YouTube, too, is that you don't necessarily have to have a ton of subscribers to make good money. Like, you can be in a very specific niche where you create videos specifically targeted for, you know, a group of people. Like, let's say, you know, you paint pictures for, I don't know, building companies, you know?
Yeah.
And if you get really good views on those, you can still make good money because the CPM is good in that niche, you know?
Yeah.
So
the more narrow the niche, the higher the CPM, most likely.
And I think YouTube's just so cool. I've always loved the idea of just posting videos, making passive income with it. And, you know, you can definitely make it a full-time thing if you really work at it. And have patience with it. I think patience is one of the biggest things with YouTube. So many people just give up right at the start because they don't see views that they want. Like we've had videos, you know, get 1,000 views, or some videos, like our first video we ever created got 40 views, you know?
Yeah.
We had a short get, you know, the Tesla one got 10,000 views on YouTube. We've had videos get 6 views. So it's just like, it's very up and down, but I think as long as you're consistent with posting content and just really believe and definitely like improve your quality over time while still maintaining that quantity, you'll make it. So
like before we started working together, like when I would post on the Quickbites YouTube and stuff, like I would just post and I would never look at it. And like that's the best advice I can give to someone. Post your videos on YouTube like nobody's watching. Like don't even watch yourself. Like just post and close the app.
Unless people comment, then you want to engage with your audience. But
true, yeah,
that's about it. But because I think with growing your audience as well, I think it's important to be able to respond to that or make videos based on those comments. Like if people want to see more of this style of video, give them that. And
be active, but also like don't look at your views.
And there's so much that goes into like going into YouTube Studio and seeing your analytics at what time to post. And it's really just being passionate about it and like grinding down on everything and working hard at it. So patience.
Yeah, YouTube's gonna be very good, even like moving forward. Like I said, like long form content's kind of out right now, and I have my mixed emotions with that. Like I said, because we have Quickbites, I'm all for short content, but also for creators themselves, I love long form content. Now I'm not gonna go out to a business and be like, you're gonna get the most conversions posting on social media if you're doing long form. Like that's just kind of not the case. That's for your audience after you start building it on the other platforms and sending them to your YouTube. But you got to grow your audience first. It just takes a lot more work and a lot more time when you're doing it with long form content. Granted, that audience will probably be a lot more true and like solid.
I think that
it just depends on the people's goals.
Yeah, I think that comes down to identifying what platform works for you too, because you'll see some people do well on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, and you know, just really find which one works the best for your type of content. So
100%.
Yeah.
Well, advice to anyone out there: start posting on YouTube. If you
want to be a creator,
don't do it for the money, but understand that there's immense opportunity there.
Think of it as like you want to document your whole journey to where you want to be in the future.
Yeah,
and
there's got to be passion there too, because like some people are like, I don't give a fuck to document anything, which is 100% understandable.
Yeah.
Like, it takes some work, but looking back, it's so fun. Like we can like look back at our like vlogs in 2 years from like when we started Quickbites, and you and I will both watch them and we'll be like, oh my gosh, that was so fun. Blah, blah, blah. So it's a good time, and it's just like it's kind of cool to like actually see your progress.
Yeah, passion definitely
Looking
helps you build a business. So
100%.
yeah,
And also just being able to like make a video is a great skill to have.
100%. One of those high income skills that not a lot of people know how to do. So
yeah. All right. Well,
great pod today.
great pod.
I think we had some really good information in there. So
Yeah, we got to film another pod this week, and then Char's off to Belize.
Belize, much needed vacation. Man, I'm excited.
Much needed vacation.
Much needed.
Just got Char.
Yeah, it's just how I roll, you know.
Welcome to the real world, Char.
Yep.